Hey MMO Attackers, Reina Scully here with Mr. Stu Grubbs, the Global Marketing Manager for SteelSeries. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you so much. So E3, this is so exciting. To give our viewers a little bit of an intro, can you please give us a little bit of details on the history of your company first?
Sure. About 12 years ago, SteelSeries started making gaming hardware to make you a better gamer. We focused on the competitive market with core competencies like performance and comfort. Our philosophy is winning is everything, and we try to design product to make that possible for you.
Excellent, that sounds amazing. Great for the gaming community. Let's see, so as everyone can see, you've recently released your new line of the H series headsets, one of which comes with tournament grade audio. Can you give us a little bit more detail on that?
Well, actually, they're all designed around tournament grade audio. Really, what I just mentioned about our winning is everything philosophy, this line of headsets specifically embodies that. We start with the 3H series at $39.99. This is sort of the entryway into our competitive headsets. A lot of what this headset is based on is the portability. So portability and comfort. So we have all leather ear cushions, leather headband. It folds up nice and compactly for you to be able to use it. It's capable of being used with your PC, Mac, mobile devices. And this little body, it actually has 40mm audio drivers, as well as a retractable microphone. So it is a competitive headset that you can use to communicate with your team when you need to.
I also see there's a 5H version in the H series. Can you give us a little bit more details on that?
Sure. This is a next generation of our 5HV2, is one of the most popular tournament grade headsets of its time. Originally dubbed in the reviews back then as the cheating headset, because the drivers that we put inside of it allowed you to hear more in game, and we've continued on that. And we've made some improvements to the design overall. It features an all-leather design with extra padded ear cushions, leather headband. Still features, we have an updated microphone on it, again, a retractable microphone, which is sort of a SteelSeries staple. It still dismantles so that you can pack it flat into your bag. This allows you to travel to wherever you're going to game and compete. Our drivers are actually our next generation SteelSeries audio drivers, and we specifically selected these drivers because we built the headset for gaming. A lot of other headsets will inundate you with bass and all those things, but what you really need to hear when you're competing at a high level is all those little details that let you know where your opponent are at, that let you know, that give you an advantage. The more you hear, the better you'll perform, because you'll be able to hear that. And lastly, we feature a new thing called the SteelSeries swappable cable system. And what this does is it provides cross-platform support. So you can actually, on the end of the cable, let me get this out here. On the end of the cable, we actually have an 8-pin connector here that allows you to swap it out. So right here, I'm holding the mobile adapter, which allows you to use it with your Mac, phone, tablet, that sort of thing. And then we have another connector here on the table somewhere that connects so you can connect it to a PC. Again, this allows you to invest yourself in some tournament grade audio, but be able to use it with whatever you're currently competing on or wherever you're going. So
That sounds so convenient and excellent. Okay, great. Let's see. Now let's get on to the biggest deal of your H series, the 9H headset. Very excited.
The 9H headset is all the bells and whistles. So the first thing that I always notice when I pick it up is it's actually a rather large headphone. And this is a prototype, you can see that here. But for as big and large as it is and as comfortable as it is, it's actually really, really lightweight. I don't know if you can give that, if you want to give that a feel. But it's surprising due to its size. Again, it features an all-leather design, extra padded cushions. A couple of the very unique things that we do here, and bear with me because there's quite a bit. One of the things is we have a larger microphone than we've ever had on a headset. It actually has a higher frequency response, much more clearly. And again, because it's retractable and the way we've designed it, it goes to invisible when you don't need it. The other benefits is that, again, this features the SteelSeries next generation audio drivers, specifically selected for, it's got a wide dynamic range, so you can hear the lows, the mids, the highs. Again, specifically for gaming, so that you can hear that when he's reloading and when you need to jump out and attack them. So other benefits include SteelSeries engine. So one of the things that come with the 9H that doesn't come with the other headsets is an advanced audio card. So we have a USB audio card. Now, I understand that in tournaments sometimes you can't use a USB sound card, so it is capable of plugging in directly into your PC like an analog headset. But when used in conjunction with the advanced sound card, you get a couple of extra features. First and foremost is Dolby support. We feature two Dolby technologies inside of here. The first is Dolby Headphone. What Dolby Headphone does is it takes a stereo signal and adds a surround effect. So it tricks your ears into knowing what direction that audio is coming from. And we also feature something that's unique to us is Dolby Pro Logic 2. Dolby Pro Logic 2 is capable of is getting a 5.1 signal from the game, converting that into a 7.1 signal, but allowing it to be played through 2 speakers. So even though there's only 2 audio drivers in here, you'll get the full 5.1 or 7.1 effect, which is great. It allows you to hear the directions, and it's a very cool technology that actually tricks your ears into knowing where those directions are coming from. In addition to that, the USB sound card allows for mic cancellation. So we have noise cancellation on the microphone, so it actually monitors the background noise and it actually eliminates it. So you could even play in this crowded area with all that background noise and your teammates would still be able to hear you very effectively. Other features, sorry, I told you there was a lot. Other features include equalizer settings. Game-specific equalizer settings. So when you install our SteelSeries engine, you can actually create an equalizer specifically for that game. So if you're playing Diablo, you can create like this dark, brooding equalizer setting. Or if you're playing Counter-Strike and you need to hear all the highs and the reloading and the bullets flying, you can set those equalizer settings so that when you launch the game, that fires up with it as well. So there's a lot more I could talk about in the SteelSeries engine, but that's the gist of it.
That all sounds so captivating. Thank you so much for all that information. I hear that the durability and comfortability of the 9H is simply unmatched. Can you give us a little bit more details on that?
Sure. Because we designed all these headsets specifically around performance, the design is really meant to just last as long as possible. A lot of our headsets, for instance with the 9H, is extremely lightweight despite its size because of the materials that we use. The metal headband and the way that the 3H folds up and the 5H dismantles are all built so that you can do it over and over again and still maintaining its rigid structure and all that. Would you like to try it on?
I absolutely would love to. Thank you.
So I think one of the things you'll notice right away is you could probably hear me a lot less.
I can barely hear you. I can barely hear myself.
Right. So we, specifically on the 9H, we designed around a passive noise reduction. We have 2 enclosures on it, so we call it double enclosure technology. And this type of design is usually typical in studio or DJ headphones. What you're going to find is that there is the outer ear cup. I'm going to hand this back to you so I can point to a few things. But the outer ear cup is the first enclosure. Now inside of here, you have an audio driver, and on the back of that audio driver, hermetically sealed on the back, is a second enclosure. And what that does is creates a closed type headphone, which eliminates outside noise. For the studio or for the DJ, this makes a lot of sense from a music standpoint so that they can continue to function. For a gamer, it means a lot less distractions. It means that with the clicks and reloading sounds that you're hearing are happening in the game and it's not somebody dropping something over across the room. And it also, if you have noisy housemates, it probably helps with that too.
Definitely. The most difficult question, how much do these headsets go for?
So as I said when we got started, the 3HB2 is entry into our brand, and this is only $39.99. The 5H, and this will be available in August, as well as the 5H, which is $79.99. And then, of course, the 9H will be available later this year in October at $159.99.
And lastly, I was told there was another product that you were going to release next week or so. Could you give us a little bit of detail on that?
Definitely. A couple months ago, we released the SteelSeries Siberia V2 Frost Blue Edition, and now we've made a Heat Orange Edition, which is glowing right next to me. So this features an all-black design with orange illumination on each ear cup, and there it goes. And it's capable of a few different modes. Right now it's in sort of a slow pulse, but we have a sound activation mode where it'll actually go to your music, or you can set it to solid or even off if you'd like. Some of the advanced features of this headset, it also has an integrated USB sound card. So it actually is capable of all those equalizer settings that we talked about. It's capable of a noise canceling microphone. Auto microphone gain is nice. What that does is adjust your gain on your microphone, so as soon as you start yelling at your teammates, you won't blow out their eardrums. Lowers your levels a little bit. And it features a little bit of that SteelSeries design with the orange on the interior as well as out on the ear cups. This is $119.99.
I see. And this isn't available quite yet?
No, it's announced this weekend over at DreamHack, and then it'll be available later this week.
That sounds so exciting. Thank you so much for your time and all this information. It's very exciting, and I hope you have a great time at E3. Thank you again so much.